So, I don't know. I think I mentioned that I was going to start the electronic screen reset with my children because of the behavioral issues and the focus and other problems that it's causing or can cause. And I wanted to see if maybe that corrected a lot of the issues. So, we started that on Monday. Seeing as how it is Thursday, I guess I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick update and then I'll update you again probably on Sunday evening. But okay, so Monday started the reset. It took me until almost Monday to get him to sit down and have that conversation with me about what was going to happen on Monday because he just didn't want to have it. He was too busy having fun doing things. And so finally I was like, look, dude, we need to have this talk. And so we had the talk. He got upset. But Monday came and all the remotes were gone. His phone was locked and put up. And I told them, okay, so we're going to do this for a few weeks. And day one went okay. All day he was fine. And then at night he came to talk to me about it again, wanted some more details, wanted me to talk to him more about it. So we did. We had a discussion more. We discussed more about it. And then he got really angry and said that he didn't think I loved him anymore and that he hated me and all this other mean stuff, you know, things kids say to hurt you. And I said, okay, bud. Well, when you want to talk to me again, I'll be here. And I told him I loved him and sent him on his way. And 10 minutes later, he was in there going, hey, can I sleep with you tonight? And I'm like, I thought you hated me. He goes, well, I can hate you and still want to be next to you. And I'm just like, I don't think you understand what hate is, child. But, you know, I put him to bed and he ended up having a nightmare and joining me anyway, but whatevs. And then, so then Tuesday happened and he had a meltdown whenever I was getting him ready. I got him ready for school, got Cypher ready for school, got Draven ready for ABA, and we were fixing to drop, I have to leave Cypher with a neighbor, and, sorry, Twitch. I have to leave Cypher with a neighbor, and then Draven I have to take to ABA at 7. Cypher doesn't leave for school for another 30 or so minutes. So we do that. And then he starts having a fit, and I'm already running late to get Declan down, or to get Draven downstairs. I'm trying to get Draven downstairs, and I'm already running late, and I'm like, look, I don't got time right now, baby, to talk to you about your big feelings. I understand that you have these big feelings, and I understand that you need help to process them, and I would love to sit with you in them right now, but your brother has an appointment and he's going to be late, so can we maybe move this conversation till after school? And then I promise we'll talk about the problem, we'll problem solve it together, and we'll talk, okay? And he was like, yeah, that's fine, but he still kept crying and begging me not to leave him. So I said, okay. So I go, and apparently he goes back home, locks himself in our apartment. Doesn't let the neighbor in when she comes to check on him. School assumes that he's sick, and so they don't call me until almost 11. So we end up getting a couple officers sent out there, and they find him outside without his socks or shoes. Apparently he locked himself out of the apartment or something, and so they left him with our neighbor, and I had to go get him. So I got home. We had a long discussion about how that's not okay. He just, at first he was lying to me, saying, I didn't lock the door, I didn't do that. They just didn't come get me. I'm like, honey, they told me they came and got you. And that you just didn't answer. I don't think they're going to lie to me, baby. And then, also, you're the only person home when you locked yourself out of the apartment. So who else would have locked you out? And he kept trying to lie to me and say it wasn't him. So finally I was like, look, I just want you to tell me the truth, Cypher. Do not lie to me again. Because I'm like, you know what the house rules are. And reference, our house rules is that if you tell me the truth, we will problem solve it, we will talk it. We will find a solution that works for both of us. But you lie to me, there's consequences. You're going to be in a lot of trouble for that. And so he's already in trouble because he's lying. He knows it. And so he's like, okay, well, I just didn't want to go today. And I was like, well, why didn't you want to go? And he's like, I just didn't. And he was like all emotional and crying again like he was this morning. So I told him, after I got him calmed down and we talked a little bit about his feelings, that because he skipped school, he's not going to get to hang out with his best friend this week, and this weekend, if we watch the movies, he will not be allowed to watch them with his brother. Because I feel like that's fair. Because he needs to understand that he can't just skip school because he feels like it. Or because he's mad at me. So then Wednesday happened, and my dad took him to Lego Robotics League, and everything was fine. He came home, didn't have as much homework as I thought he would, so we got through most of that, and everything was fine. I mean, except for, like, he kept having meltdowns randomly about how he wasn't going to get to see his friend. He accused me of ruining his life, saying because I wouldn't let him see his friend, even though his friend never came over. Kept trying to run out the door, and so we had to settle that down a lot. And then when I left for work, he was crying, begging me not to leave him again, even though he hates me, mind you. But he finally says last night, as I was leaving for work, he tells me that he loves me infinity %, even when he's mad at me. And then I'm like, okay. And so I leave for work. He's in tears, and because he's in tears, Draven's in tears. And then today, though, he woke up, he got dressed for school. He was really sweet, kept giving me hugs and told me he loved me. No meltdowns. Made it to school today. So we'll see how it goes after school. But so far today has been a pretty good day. He seems pretty mellowed out today. He did ask me if he could have the TV again, like he has every morning, and I told him no, but this time there was no meltdown over it. There was no crying, nothing. As for Draven's side of it, Draven has not once, well, last night he asked for the TV, but I just told him to go play with toys, and he did that. So his meltdowns, Cypher's meltdowns, are seemingly getting worse, but this is just week 1. Week 1's always the hardest. You know, it's kind of like a detox thing. So week 2 should start to get better. By week 3 or week 4, we should see some real improvements if, you know, it's working. He's still very oppositional, still very defiant, still doesn't want to do any chores, doesn't want to help out. But hopefully that gets better. Draven is still suffering from a lot of separation anxiety. He is, especially from my dad. Not so much from me, but from my dad. And then his aggression, though, has dropped a lot. And he's also sleeping better. Well, yesterday he slept better. The first couple of days he kind of fell asleep a lot. But yesterday he slept fine. Nap and bedtime. So there's that. But I'll update you guys again on Sunday about how today went after school and the rest of the week. Wish me the luck. Please. Don't spread the love, because love always wins. Week 1 is always the hardest. Just remember that.